After a questionable sleep in the car and the stupid move of throwing my trousers into the dog's water bowl, leaving them soggy for the morning, along with the cold, the wind, and the promise of rain ahead, I was pretty tempted to just go home. But I decided I'd driven long enough and far enough, I may as well see what was on offer. Bullers of Buchan is no hidden gem, everybody knows it. It's usually visited during the summertime as the puffins nest in the cliffs, give you some fantastic wildlife shots. But I decided to come in the winter, the wind almost blowing me off the cliffs. It made it for fun times. The sunrise was still questionable at this point. It could definitely go either way, but there was some nice light starting to highlight the clouds, and as usual, cliffs called towards me. I struggled trying to get a foreground element, as seems to be a bit of a growing tradition at these cliffs. Maybe it's me, maybe it's the cliffs, maybe I'm just not that good. Who knows, but I quite like this photo. The cliffs leading up towards that golden sliver of light. The cliffs are quite easy to access, however the scars within them for the paths are narrow and deep, making it a bit of a challenge in the wind, so just make sure you're careful with your walking. I chose this peninsula as it had quite a lot of cliffs off in the distance, creating multiple layers for the light to strike off of. Due to the time of year, there's no sort of real foliage, with the exception of the grass. All the flowers have died off, even the heather has lost its nice purple tinge, so foreground elements really were non-existent, as I said. I would have liked to have slowed down the shutter a bit, but to be honest, the wind was that strong. Even with the aid of a tripod, the vibrations were just non-stop, so everything was at a fairly fast shutter speed. But I feel in this case it still works quite well, showing the power of the sea and the waves crashing against the cliffs. With a few shots in the bag and feeling pretty fatigued, I decided to call it a day. The rain had started to fall and the clouds were moving in, so I started heading back towards the car. Just as I was filming my dramatic walking away through the puddle shot, the sun broke through, the rain still falling in front of it, softening that light beautifully. So I quickly ran back to the cliff edge that I was at before and snapped a couple more shots. These were very much quick draw shots. I could tell between the rain falling and that sun rising further into those thick clouds, this light was only lasting for minutes. Sometimes minutes is a long time though, it's referential, depends what it is involving, so just remember that. Anyway, to finish up the day, a couple of shots of Nix. She is one of these dogs that the second you point the camera at, she likes to walk towards that lens and stick her nose in it. Whenever I'm taking photos of the dogs now, I don't bother taking the harnesses off. I found that the AI clone tool just does a fantastic job, making things a bit safer and easier when you're out and about. So with the sun truly disappearing into the clouds, that brings this small adventure to an end. Hope you enjoyed the video and the photos. I'll be honest, the weather has been absolutely terrible over the last month, so I've really been struggling to get out anywhere. And it's definitely been a wee bit of a kick in the balls and put me in a bit of a slump when it comes to making the videos and taking the photos. So I hope you enjoyed this. A like and a subscribe goes a long way. All my photos are available at 4pads, and there's some links down below if you want to help support the channel. Thank you very much, and goodbye.